What is up, everybody? This is the Smark Show, episode 26. Back from a week hiatus where I was deathly ill. I'm Mike Cat.
Steve Herman, what's going on, wrestling fans?
This is the Smark Show.
Yeah, episode 26. Sorry for the week that we didn't have an episode. As you said, Mike was very sick. He was suffering from a liger attack this time. Not a bear attack, a little different. It's a combination of a lion and tiger, guys, all right?
No, I had a case of the sniffles.
Mr. Sniffles.
Yeah, it was too bad for me to come in here.
Yeah, it was a shame.
Wasn't a great week of wrestling either way.
There was some notable stuff that we're going to talk about in this episode.
Great stuff. It's not great stuff for Raw.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got some big headlines to bring from it, and the biggest of all, in my opinion, is Daniel Bryan retiring.
Yeah, that's...
Elephant in the room. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, that's a huge moment. Big news story for 2016.
That's your boy.
That is my boy.
What do you feel about it? It's your man right there, Daniel Bryan.
I couldn't believe it. Like, I still thought it was a shoot. Like, even like when he announced it on Twitter, I'm like, no, he's pulling Mark Henry from 2012. I'm like, please.
Comes back and heel turns.
Yeah.
Just flying knees, Dean Ambrose or something.
Whatever he's got to do on Reigns, whatever, whoever it is, Vince McMahon. And then like when he announced it, I'm like, my heart just fell. And I'm like, when he started explaining, and then like on ESPN about the seizures, I'm like, you know what? He's making a smart decision, because back in it, if this was like Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit had a lot of concussions, you know. He
frequently gets Benoit comparisons too.
Exactly.
His style of wrestling.
And you know, it's smart. You know, he's gonna have a nice, productive life now. You know, Brie Bella. We talk shit on her all the time, but she's a beautiful woman, and he's gonna make beautiful babies with her and all that. Did you like that one thing?
I don't know if that little goat's gonna make too many beautiful babies.
Who knows? Well, Brie Bella's quite cute. So. And, you know, that whole speech, man, was just touching. It hit my heart, because the one thing he can say, though, he got the main event WrestleMania, and he won the title. Yeah. And that's freaking awesome, dude. At least he can say that. Not many people can say that.
And it's also good, you know, him being as respected as he was in the business, you know, especially over these past, 2-3 years, that he got to go out in a similar situation. You immediately think to Edge, of course, who had his career cut short because of injuries. Obviously, Edge got to do a lot more than Daniel Bryan did. But, you know, at least he was given the platform of going out there, giving his piece to the crowd, you know, talking to everybody, giving them a microphone, and letting them, I wouldn't say going out on his terms, because I'm sure he'd still be wrestling if it was his terms, you know, he took it and kept going.
You know, it's funny, though, when Edge retired, it was the opening segment for the show. Mm-hmm. And this means so much. I mean, Bryan got the end segment, and he got the close till 11:30. The show didn't end till 11:30. So I mean,
he went long too.
Yeah, he did went long. I mean, he deserved it. If it was me, he could go on for an hour, because that's what he could do in the ring, obviously. But you know, it's just a very touching moment.
An Iron Man retirement speech.
Yeah, absolutely, he deserves it. And you know, he was still over the fans. I know it was his hometown, but that would have been any other city. That was in, for God's sakes, Corpus Christi, Texas. They would have been doing the Yes Chance, because whether you like him or not, one of the most over superstars since probably Austin, in my opinion. Yeah. Not like Austin. Austin did a lot more, but, you know, the fans loved him because he was organic.
A true babyface.
True underdog. And, you know, kudos to him. You know, whatever he does in his career, I hope he's like an NXT trainer or something.
Yeah, there's fewer and fewer true baby faces that come along nowadays.
Right.
You see a lot of, not to say that there's not baby faces, you know, there's definitely guys that people like, guys like, you know, I'm a big Ziggler fan, but
Cesaro.
Even though Ziggler's a face, you know, he's not a natural baby face. Like Daniel Bryan was one of those guys who, you know,
how can you hate him?
You know, I didn't like him as a wrestler, but you know, I didn't hate the guy. Like he's someone who's likable. Like you want to cheer for him.
Even in his retirement speech, why he cut his hair, like it was for the charity for the children. Like, how can you not love this man? This guy is one of the nicest people on this earth, like, honestly.
Yeah, real good guy. Just a, you know, real shame.
It's a real shame he has to retire at 34, you know. Like, if this was me last week, I would probably be a little more upset because it took a week to get in now. Mm-hmm. It's still crazy that he's retired. I still think there's a thing that he could come back one day.
Yeah, and I thought the same thing until you heard about
the seizures. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Seizures put a wrap on it.
And I'd be like, yeah, stop. Don't even do it.
WWE won't touch him with a 6-foot pole, you know, in a wrestling stance.
And you don't want like a guy to die in the ring, man. Yeah. Because that's happened before, so we don't want that.
Yeah.
That's a very ugly.
Not going to look too good if a guy gets pedigreed and then he starts seizing in the ring. Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, so
I don't think Daniel Bryan wants to see that for himself. So I do think he's done.
yeah. Oh, I did
don't
too.
think
but,
he's done with wrestling the business though. Very well could see this guy as a trainer for NXT because he said he loves wrestling.
Why can't he be our new Mick Foley? Be the commissioner.
That's what I was
Commissioner
gonna say.
Bryan.
I could see him coming in as special guest referee, a GM. I could see him training somebody, being a manager.
Yes.
I could even see the guy getting on the commentary.
Maybe.
He's one of those people who the fans love enough that they're just going to accept and wherever people or the WWE wants to slot him. Like a Booker T, like a Jerry. Put him somewhere.
Right.
People are going to clap. It's bound to happen. I mean, the dude even got his just god awful wife pops when she comes out versus Charlotte for this week's Raw. The whole crowd's doing the yes chant for her.
That was the same thing with AJ Lee when she would come out after people found out she was with Punk.
Yeah, he's definitely a transcendent star to say the least.
Yes.
Shame to see him go.
It is a real shame.
Real shame to see Brie Bella is the last of his legacy still in the WWE though, man. That segment. One of the better ones that Brie and Charlotte have done.
The
both
one on
of
Raw?
them. Yeah. I mean, you got to give them credit for putting out a pretty good promo.
Yeah, it was solid.
The crowd was hot. I don't know how much of that was really because of Brie Bella and really because of Daniel Bryan, but kudos to the WWE for realizing that and capping on it.
I mean, I can't complain. They've been booking the main roster women a lot better.
Yeah.
Ever since Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Before Rumble, too.
This is one of those times where the story writes itself and, the WWE's smart to not really try anything too silly. Just do what you got to do. Brie Bella's sister just came out of, career-threatening surgery.
Daniel Bryan's
her brother-in-law or whatever, John Cena. Not officially, but he just had big surgery. Her husband just retired because of concussions and seizures and neck injuries.
Yep.
People feel bad for the girl right now. Right. So if you want to pull a Big Show, turn her baby face again for the 50th time already in 2016, whatever. Let her have a match or two. Get the hell off my TV screen.
Well, there's also rumors of her possibly retaring too. In late summer.
Not even rumors, right?
Oh yeah, it's actually confirmed. They did it on Good Morning America. So
I was hoping it was Mania. I guess we got to wait till SummerSlam.
Yeah, no, they got to get her total divas time in.
Shove her down our throat for the next 5 months. That'll suck, but
I hope not.
Whatever. I'm unapologetic in my hate for the Bella. It's not going to act nice. Like, they did so much for wrestling. I'm going to miss Brie Bella when she's gone. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
Like, what have you done? For real. Twin Magic was cool the first time it happened, and then it was like, oh.
Her most notable thing was Stephanie.
Her most notable thing was die in the womb.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant that.
When I think about the Bellas, that's honestly the first thing I think about.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was like that bad. I wish you would have died in the womb.
Well, that's so bad.
And the thing is, if Kevin Owens were a twin or something, and he was fighting with his twin out there, I feel like it might be believable from someone like him, but it's just the Bellas. Like, they can't do anything.
They're not believable.
They're not tough. They're not, like, overtly girly. They're not, like, they're just... I don't know. They just seem like the bitchy popular girls in school. And Bree seems like a fake hippie, like, who's, like, a hippie because it's cool.
Right.
I don't know. I can't get on with the Bellas. Hopefully Nikki will be, better when she's by herself. Because she's actually a somewhat talented performer.
Well, she could be useful, an asset for this company.
That's what I'm saying. When they can just make Nikki just Nikki, you don't have to tag Brie along with everything.
Yeah.
Could be better for her.
Well, Nikki can do moves, so.
Yeah. Brie, well, let's hold on. Have you seen Brie Bella's missile dropkick?
That's it.
Because I have seen the missile dropkick. It's deadly. Very deadly.
Yeah.
And let's move along before I just completely
no more Brie Bella tangents, Jesus.
I'm going to go out on her on a happy sarcasm about how much I hate her.
Gotcha.
What I don't hate, though, about women's wrestling right now is that we had 3 Diva segments on
Yes,
Raw.
we did. Yeah, that was a very, very eye-opening one for me when I was watching it.
One of them, to be fair, was a throwaway one.
Well,
however,
the end of that match was atrocious.
Yeah. However, still 3.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's good that they're getting time. I mean, I can't complain, but That we complain all the time that divas don't get time. So I mean,
Yeah, and the three we're referencing is the Brie Bella, Charlotte stare down. They didn't have a match or anything, but they were a focal point. They had a promo.
yeah, which is very good segment.
Paige and Summer Rae. Summer Rae gets the win over Paige. Very shocking, but
Botch finish. That was horrible. Good for Summer, but
yeah, but questionable, kind of cool, kind of whatever.
Paige didn't give a shit. I don't know if you could see by her face. She could give two shits.
It's the Nikki Bella, if she's not winning.
No, but I don't even know it was even that. She's like, why am I doing this? Pretty much. That's and I hate that because she's like one of the top divas in this company, and she's not getting used right. Like another guy that's apparently leaving, which we'll get back to in a little bit, Mr. Barrett.
Real sad about that.
Very sad about that.
And what was the third divas? Team Bad beating up their X-Men
no, it was Becky versus Tamina. One of the two.
Yeah, they
it was Naomi. It was Naomi.
Yeah, those kicks. Oh my god, remember those guys?
Oh yeah.
Kicks?
Oh, the back and forth thing.
Oh, so bad.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say good. I was like,
so bad.
Well, the end kick was like, thank God it's over.
It's unwatchable. But they beat the shit out of Becky.
And then Sasha. Oh my God!
Sasha just comes.
You know what? Sasha looked hot as shit.
Yeah, just a goddamn dime in every sense of the word.
She was a goddess, dude. Like,
I kind of was like questioning why she stalled so long on helping Becky.
Well, that was weird.
I get afterwards, once I let it sit for a while, I was thinking, maybe trying to convey, she is still about the boss first, she, kind of like almost a Brock Lesnar, where she, just watching people get the shit kicked out of them, so, even if you're a friend, you can't fully trust her. She's like an edge,
Right, but the thing is, the fans want to like her, though.
Oh, of course, but
I mean, we like her, I'm just saying.
As I said, an Edge. The fans fucking love Edge.
Yeah, right,
Edge could come out there and be the biggest scumbag.
Or like someone like Kevin Owens or Seth
people are still gonna they'll boo him, but it's the fun boo,
Right.
The boo that all wrestling fans love.
Yes.
You love to boo the heel. It's just part of the fun.
Absolutely.
Even if you want to see the guy out there, you boo him. That's a lot of wrestling fans don't get nowadays.
Yeah.
They just cheer for whoever they want to, and cheer for whoever the hell you want. That's all you.
Right. Makes sense at least.
We should, just for the sake of the show, if Bray Wyatt's out there just destroying another human being and treating them like just a carcass already, we should probably boo the guy.
Yeah.
Just for the narrative.
Yeah, boo.
And boo to goddamn Wade Barrett leaving. Let's get into that. We talked about the divas enough.
Yeah, man, dude. He's sucks, another one of my favorites.
Yeah, this sucks.
It's, you know what? Screw this is doing WWE. This man could have been a main event top heel as your champion, never world champion. But somehow Sheamus was.
British world champion, man.
How the hell was he never champion? That pisses me off to no end. Dude, he got over.
John Cena!
Well, yes, yep. There's number one. And then he had the damn Bad News Barrett gimmick, man. I love that.
Hey, you're getting over?
Nope. We're going to stop doing it. Dude, I don't know if you remember, it was Elimination Chamber 2013 or 14, whatever year it was, 14. And he would come up after every match on the big Horizon thing. And everyone would say, "It's like I'm afraid I've got some bad news."
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
And he was so freaking over, dude. And they just dropped the ball. And I will still never get why they did that. And then they made him King Barrett, and his career was over. And obviously, he's frustrated with the company, just like I'm surprised Ziggler stayed. I know he's your boy, but Barrett should not be still. He's made the right decision, and maybe he'll go to New Japan. But I was hearing rumors that he's maybe want to be a soccer analyst or something outside of
non-wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to bring up is, I agree with you in every sense that they misused him.
Big time.
But you also have to look at just the inopportune times that guy kept getting injured.
Right.
Right before 28, injured, just injured. Whenever he was in the spotlight, just injured. It's really unfortunate. And I still think the WWE could have easily done, anything with the guy
but when he
instead of making him a 15-time IC champ and not doing anything with it when he gets the belt.
But whenever he was on TV, he was money.
Oh yeah, people paid attention, and his style is exactly what I feel like their core audience looks for. What gets the biggest pops frequently, match wise, is those brawling, bruising matches, and that's what Wade Barrett, Bad News Barrett, King Barrett, whatever the hell you want to call him.
Right.
That's what he is. Even his finisher, not the that bullshit Wastelander.
Winds of Change.
Winds of Change is awesome.
And then the Bullhammer.
The Bullhammer, yeah, it hasn't been done in so long. I almost forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just an
But
awesome
you know
talent.
what's one of my
talk his ass off, lead whatever faction you wanted
right?
him to.
One of my favorite matches with him is like him and Ziggler. Man, they always put on great shows, especially last year with that IC feud. They would always put on great matches. He's supposed to be leaving in June, so I mean,
Yeah, he's
it's a big buzzkill, man. I got a shirt, so I mean, I'm a huge fan of his.
Him and Ziggler always reminded me of each other.
Yeah.
There's like a crop of guys that like I always Cody Rhodes is another one of them that I would put right in there. Just supremely talented guys that they just
That
never really
drop
cared
the
to
ball.
do much with.
And it's a damn shame. It's a real damn shame that he's leaving.
It's kind of cool looking at what he could do in the future though if he decides to stay in wrestling because Tama Tonga has been teasing.
Yes, you brought that up. I have not heard about this.
Yeah.
Who could it be?
Tama Tonga's saying.
What did he say?
There might be,
There
might be a new Bullet Club member, and Wade Barrett's leaving WWE.
Yeah.
When to put the two pieces together.
I mean,
he's still there for a little bit, so
until June. So
who knows if that's what he could be talking about somebody that's already in the New Japan
maybe
system.
like Jay Lethal or.
But for all we know, Wade Barrett could have. Told WWE I'm leaving, and they could have mutually been like, okay, you could talk to other organizations about what you're going to do once you're out of here. Handshake agreement.
Right. That makes sense. But
I'd be very pro that.
I'm trying to think who else it could be, like, because they need a new leader, and because like in their group it's Tonga, Fail, they got the Bucks and Omega. They still got a group.
You look at what the Bullet Club is, and then you look at Wade Barrett leading the Nexus. And I feel like he slots right in. Dude.
Oh no, it's a perfect situation.
I don't think there's anybody else. If they're thinking about putting someone in there right now just because they have to, just hold out. Offer Wade Barrett a huge contract when his WWE deal's up.
Yeah.
And you got another top champion in your company.
That's true. That's
and who knows that he can have the AJ Styles effect where he goes over there, kills it, and comes back as some huge free agent signing for the WWE.
And they'll be like, oh, look at this rookie. Yeah. Hey, Michael, you ever see this guy?
Unless he gets the TNA, then they'll just be like, oh, he disappeared for 3 years.
He's a smart guy. I don't think he would do that.
It cracks me up how they just don't acknowledge the overall existence of TNA.
They don't acknowledge anything else. Like, I don't get that. Like, TNA's not a threat. Just mention it. The day they mention it, it'll be like the streak when it broke.
Oh, speaking of the streak, how about
the Undertaker, dude.
Undertaker leading up to this podcast. There's been a lot of rumors about
Strowman.
Yeah, Strowman. Some people were saying Kevin Owens. Then there was the inevitable John Cena's gonna, drink Jesus
Superman.
Christ, eat some spinach and heal himself
Cena,
up like Popeye in a month.
But yeah, I read last night. Wrestling Observer Dave Meltzer said that they have an opponent for the Undertaker, and it's not Cena, it's not Owens, it's not Strowman, and it's not Lesnar. And they said it's not on the roster either, which mind boggles me.
Who could that now?
And I made a bold prediction.
What does the roster mean?
The whole roster. They said
NXT?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm assuming at least. I would think so. It said whole WWE roster.
See, I don't know if they include NXT as part of the WWE roster because
it's out of the roster.
Samoa Joe is definitely one that you would immediately think of. Finn Balor. Right. You're not going to have a guy come up from NXT like a Baron Corbin who's not really known to the main audience yet. Right. But Samoa Joe, people know who he is, and Finn Balor, that paint, you know who he is. So those are two definitely possible guys if NXT doesn't.
Right.
Isn't included in the roster.
But I have a bold prediction. I mentioned this last night. I think it's Kurt Angle, dude. I really do.
But what about the rumors with him, joining MMA or something?
There's nothing official. He's never signed with them yet. I don't know. Maybe I want it to be Angle. That's just wishful thinking here. I don't know.
You want it to be Bill Goldberg?
That's another name that possibly could be, too. Goldberg, Angle, Baylor, maybe. Mysterio's supposed to be coming back, too, soon, around the summer.
Maybe he's gonna tag up with Stardust, and it'll be like him and Stardust versus Stephen Amell. And
if you had to make a guess,
D-lister.
if you had to make a guess right now, who do you think it could be? I'm saying Angle. I really am.
If NXT is included,
okay, yeah, do two guesses then.
Samoa Joe.
You're saying Joe?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Just because they don't really have much else to do for the Undertaker, obvious. If those four are out of the contention, the four that they listed. And, like I said, Samoa Joe's a name that immediately people are going to know, so they don't have to really worry about a big build-up since WrestleMania is right around the corner. Fastlane's this Sunday as we're recording. in, 3 days?
Yeah, yeah.
So Samoa Joe, if NXT's included. If not, that's so hard. Who do you think? I gotta think for a little bit.
For outside of the roster?
Just both, yeah.
In roster, I want it to be Baylor so
NXT.
bad. NXT,
Yeah.
I want it to be Baylor. I want it to be Baylor so bad. That's just, I will cry because that's my two favorite guys like of all time.
Is Sting officially done? Well, no, it doesn't matter because they said it's not a roster guy. So
There's no way it would be Sting. And there has been rumors of Goldberg. But there's always rumors of that.
That's another one where I would say no way because Goldberg has always been known to be a stiff worker.
I don't want
he was
Goldberg
at his
versus
peak.
Taker.
Yeah, who cares about that to begin with?
No way it's Austin.
And Goldberg's proven to be a dickhead
Right.
at every turn.
No way it's Austin. No way it's Shawn Michaels. Not the Rock.
I don't know.
No,
man.
it's outside. It's out of the roster though.
Yeah, the Rock's an official roster.
Yeah.
Man.
Ah man, I want to find out so bad.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. The old rattlesnake,
No,
put the boots back on.
No way. We talked about this 3 months ago. It's not happening, dude.
Of course it's not.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I want to make a really tasteless joke that I'm going to say after the show.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna refrain
But
from right now.
it's they need a big marquee match for this Mania coming up because the way it's looking, it ain't looking like shit.
Especially if Roman Reigns wins at Fastlane, because that's not selling.
No, it's not.
It will sell.
It will sell
because it's WWE. When we say it's not going to sell, we mean it shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
It will because WWE's essentially a monopoly. If WWE really didn't want to compete with Ring of Honor and TNA anymore, they'd buy them. It wouldn't, or they'd buy
New Japan.
every decent asset up and then just put them on the back burner just to let the other companies crash and burn. The WWE has a stranglehold on wrestling. They own every bit of footage and whatnot.
Absolutely.
So, they don't really have to worry about selling. But if they want something that the fans are going to want to buy, not something they need to be sold, you can't just have Roman Reigns versus Triple H and then not have a huge match for The Undertaker, not have Kevin Owens versus, AJ Styles for the IC belt. If Roman Reigns wins at Fastlane, they got to do some crazy shit with the rest of the card.
Well, the undercard has to be fantastic.
Yeah, phenomenal. Stephen Amell versus Stardust.
No.
Not going to do it. If
Not
Roman Reigns versus Triple H is the big capping off for this, supposedly biggest WrestleMania of all time, you better goddamn not give me Stephen Amell versus Stardust.
I don't want that
as a match, or have Ryback win the Andre the Giant battle or whatever, or whatever. You can't have that garbage.
No, you can't. I can't agree more.
Let's talk about that. The prequel to Roman Reigns, all that drama is Ambrose has to defend his IC belt in a fatal 5-way.
Probably the segment of the
lets
night.
us know. Someone spoiled it for me, so it was a lot less cool than it would have been if I would have watched it because I wasn't watching live. I get a phone call, and the first thing I see is, "Oh my God, Kevin Owens wins the IC belt!" I can't not read it. It's in caps with 15 exclamation points. So clearly, Steve was very happy about this opening segment. The text is obviously from him, so if you didn't already guess.
Oh, dude, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, so the surprise wasn't exactly on for me, but cool as shit nonetheless. For multiple reasons.
It was a great opening segment because Ambrose opened the show up, and we see it all the time, the Authority and Ambrose, but it only lasted 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
This is what all of Seth's promo should have been.
Yes,
Yeah.
And they got to the point and said, "Hey, you're going to defend your title tonight in a fatal 5-way match." And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, this is, and right now, I'm like, okay, I dig this. This should have been the main event, but I dig this.
Especially knowing that Big Show versus Braun Strowman was the main event, and this was on the card.
Don't say that again, please.
But yeah, good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes right now. But so then Stardust comes. Oh, Kevin Owens comes out first, and when Owens came out, mega freaking pop. I'm not just saying that. That had to be one of the biggest pops I heard from that night. He's so freaking over, it's ridiculous. This man needs to be champion by the end of the year, in my opinion.
Or, I'm very fine with Owens just dominating with the IC belt for a long time.
Oh, no, but I want to be champion.
The mid-card right now in WWE, talent-wise, is 100% better than the main card because we think, as fans, who should the main card be? It should be Styles, Owens, and all those guys. Truth be told, they're not main carders. The main card right now, even though they're injured, is Randy Orton,
John Cena,
John
Seth
Cena,
Rollins.
Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, fucking Kane probably, Triple H. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not guys it's not guys that we're like overtly excited about for the most part. And when I say we, I'm speaking for the Smark Show people, and I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast, you probably agree for the most part. But the mid card has, Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, Neville,
Kevin Owens,
probably
Sami
Dean
Zayn, Finn Balor,
probably Dean Ambrose after Fastlane. Just a ridiculously stacked mid card. So I'm not too mad about Owens holding on to that IC belt.
Oh no, I wasn't mad about
fight AJ Styles, Ambrose when he comes back down.
Sami
Dolph
Zayn.
Ziggler, he's clearly going to be fighting a Fastlane most
Sami
likely.
Zayn.
Yeah, Sammy's going to be coming up. Hideo Itami. Finn Balor will be a main eventer when he comes up, so I can't say his name.
Joe.
Baron Corbin.
Apollo Crews.
Stardust. So many guys.
Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, we don't need to keep listing names.
And this guy.
Jamokes over here.
But that Fatal 5-Way match, great match, and I'm so happy. It's about damn time Tyler Breeze got some
You didn't even
spotlight.
say Tyler Breeze, yeah.
And Stardust got some good rub in this match, and Ziggler was in it, and oh man, just great overall match. Everyone did a great job in this part, and it made everyone look strong, in my opinion.
I was so excited when the 5 guys came out, and I was like, "What? There's no Hornswoggle? Jack Swagger's not in this match? R-Truth's not here, right? Like, holy shit!
It was 5 good wrestlers.
I'm getting Cody Rhodes, Tyler Breeze, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, and Dean Ambrose. Like, really, WWE? You're not... Big Show's not going to come out and knock all 5 of these guys out?
Even though I like them, but Ryback?
Yeah, really awesome.
Great opener, dude.
Yeah, it followed through. This wasn't like a technical wrestling fest. It was a spot fest.
But that's what happens with 5-man
awesome.
match. Yeah, it was a great
cool
match.
With it.
Like that,
you had 5 guys who were great at spot fest. So
but that end segment where Ambrose had Stardust in the Dirty Deeds, and then Ziggler hit it with the zigzag, and then Breeze throws Ziggler out, and then Owens hit the pop-up powerbomb for the win. I'm like, damn, man, that was a great finish, and I was so excited, and the fans were too. Owens is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. I couldn't be more happier. If there was a guy that Ambrose had to drop it to, it was Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Could you pick a better person? You really couldn't.
No, you really can't. Man's money. And he's already going on Twitter saying KO Mania in 46 days. I'm like, I'm loving it. But yeah, that brings up the question. Who do you think? Because obviously...
Dolph Ziggler's going to be his first.
Well, they're fighting at Fastlane, so... I'm going to make the prediction right now. He's going to beat Ziggler at Fastlane. That's just my opinion.
Of course. That's what Dolph does.
Yeah.
I really feel like, when Dolph re-signed, I was hoping, all right, he's going to re-sign. They have a story for him, or he wouldn't have came back. He could just leave and be the face of New Japan if he wants to.
Right.
But then I realized he's probably not going to get, a $600,000 contract anywhere else.
He might have more than that, honestly.
Yeah, whatever it is, I'm sure they were like, hey, Dolph, you want to come out here and just, lose whenever we need to put someone over, and we're going to pay you close to, 7 figures a year? He's not turning that shit down.
No, how can you?
Kills me as a fan of Dolph Ziggler. The fan of Dolph Ziggler.
Yes, the top fan right there, guys.
But, it is what it is.
Right.
He's not beating Kevin Owens.
Okay, but back to what we were saying. What do you think is going to happen at Mania? So we were just teasing it earlier.
For Kevin Owens?
Yes, Kevin Owens with the IC belt. It's not a ladder match. Yeah. It's got to be a single, whatever. What do you think? You were saying Styles, weren't you?
I really think it's dependent on what happens with
the main event?
Dean Ambrose. Yeah. Dean Ambrose loses at Fastlane. He just fights for his belt at Mania. I don't think he's going to get it back. I think Kevin Owens wins at Mania no matter who his opponent is. And I do think he's going to hold on to that belt for a good bit of time.
Right.
Injuries aside, unless they need a top heel really quickly, Kevin Owens will hold on to that belt. So Ambrose loses. Ambrose is his opponent. If Ambrose, pulls off the miracle of the century and beats Roman Reigns, who steps up, man? AJ Styles? But
I have 2 scenarios.
He's feuding with Jericho, so...
I have 2 scenarios. It's either Owens versus Styles versus Jericho, or it's Owens versus Zayn. One of the two both of them would sell.
I didn't think about Sami Zayn. Yeah, that could definitely
either
be
one. Either one. Because they could do the same thing with Owens at the SummerSlam weekend. He could work TakeOver and WrestleMania. Because remember he fought Balor and then Cesaro the first 2 nights?
Yeah.
You have SummerSlam weekend? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I could see something similar with that. And that was very impressive by Owens doing that, by the way. I don't know if you remember that. The ladder match
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like who the top like baby faces are in the mid card right now that could
You
really
got
fight
Ziggler.
for it. Neville definitely.
That's
could,
a name out there.
Definitely
Yeah.
could rise up.
I would like to see that. I like Neville a
Depending
lot.
on what happens with his belt, Kalisto is another one that could rear his head in
Maybe,
title
yeah.
contention.
And they might go back to the tag team as well because Sin Cara is back from injury as well. So that's very interesting.
Mark Henry, maybe.
I wouldn't hate. I mean, I'm not going to trash it. Ryberg.
Yeah. Let's talk about Mark Henry.
Yeah, about that match with Big E.
Poor Mark Henry, man.
Yeah, it's a shame. I think his career.
It's real hard seeing like just a shell of what he was.
Yeah.
Just going out there. It's like seeing like an old dog, like
Like
an
elite. You know
like
what?
an old horse that's like at the end of its road, and you just got to put it out of its misery.
Right, and like we trash Kane and Big Show all the time, but at least they can still like wrestle. Mm-hmm. Henry, he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't, and it's a shame.
It's like me going out there at this point.
Yeah.
And
It's
just being like, oh, here's Raw, fight Big E.
And you can just tell he doesn't work out. I mean, obviously he does, but like not as like hardcore because he looks a little tubby.
He gets lost in matches, like he visibly doesn't know what's going on.
I remember from Elimination Chamber, he like was really bad at that. That was one of the worst Elimination Chambers of all time. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe
it's in Dallas, so maybe he'll get some spot.
This might be
be it.
one of the last times we see him because he just went out with an injury.
I know.
It looks pretty bad. He
rib
downplayed
injury.
it afterwards. Said, "Oh, I'm just, I tried a rib. I'm fine." But I mean, he was writhing in pain in the ring.
It was a very awkward finish too.
Yeah, you could tell Big E's face. He was like, "Whoa, what?
What is that?
What do I do here?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of Big E, I'm liking that he's getting a lot of singles matches though.
Well, I mean,
I think that's the ultimate goal of the New Day
is
for
to
the
build
WWE.
a new star,
Yeah.
and Big E can be a freaking world champion, man.
Yeah.
He was in NXT, and
So funny.
and we've always talked about it a bunch of times on here that Big E can be a world champion, and I honestly believe
look
that.
at him. Look, he was carrying the torch in NXT for a while.
Yes, he was. He beat Seth Rollins to get the title.
Could be happening sooner rather than later too. If the New Day is to start getting some fresh opponents.
Well, I have
Like,
a
who
bold
is there?
prediction, but
Go ahead.
at
The Bullet Club signing with the WWE.
not that one.
Yeah.
At Fastlane, you know what? I'll make the bold prediction right now. They're having the cutting edge peep show with Edge and Christian with New Day. They are going to introduce a new tag
Enzo
team.
and Big Cass.
And we are getting Enzo and Big Cass. I am sticking with that prediction, and that is money to be made. Enzo versus Xavier in promos.
Can you imagine Big Cass and Big E staring each other down?
I'll cry.
How hilarious that's going to be.
It'll be amazing. That's the Mania match. I'm telling you right
One of
now.
my favorite things of all time that I've ever seen in wrestling was on Enzo Amore's Wikipedia page. You know how, like, for wrestlers, it'll be like Undertaker, finisher,
Yes,
Tombstone
yeah.
Pile Driver, signature.
What's his?
His signature move is
Oh, boy.
tag in Big Cass. It's literally listed.
Oh, that's great.
Signature finisher. Tag in Big Cass.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, my God.
I was so ecstatic when I read that. I was dying laughing. So
That is funny. But yeah, dude.
Shout out to whoever put that on.
Dude, they're
Wikipedia.
gonna
It's
make
so
their
funny.
they're gonna make their debut. I'm telling you, it's gotta happen because I don't want the Usos.
Well, no, the Usos are going to be tied up with the Dudleys for a little bit, and I really think the WWE is even like realizing that the Usos are just completely stale act. I think the Usos are putting over the Dudleys in this feud. I don't think it's going to be vice versa.
Wait, you say Dudleys are gonna beat the Usos?
Yeah, well, I know we were just talking about the New Day, but the Dudleys and the Usos are kind of feuding with each other right now. The Dudleys turned heel. They said they're not going to use tables anymore to piss off fans.
Yeah, their heel turn was great, by the way.
And you see, veterans like these guys, you expect them to put over the younger talent, but like I said, I really don't think the WWE is behind the Usos as it once was. And I'm not saying they're like, turds because they're related to Roman Reigns and The Rock, so they're going to get treatment no matter what.
I mean, yeah.
But I really think this is the start of the Bully Ray push. I think he's going to be in a tag team for a little bit. They're going to be heels, and then eventually he's going to turn on Devon and go full single heel himself.
That would be cool. I mean, I have nothing against that, so I mean, I can't disagree with that. But I think they'll have like a little feud going into Mania, and then they'll do like some pre-show match, like a Fatal 4-Way, for like a number one contenders match, because they've been teasing Truth and Goldust. You'll have them, and it's like maybe like the Social Outcast members, or whoever.
Another NXT tag.
Yeah, that too.
Maybe
but
Los Matadores come back from Bermuda's Triangle.
Rumors were repackaged, but who the hell knows at this point? But yeah, Enzo, Big Cass, New Day. That is money to be made. That'll be an epic moment, and they should win the title if that happens.
Yeah, definitely.
You have to.
Yeah, the new it'll if anything it'll liven up the New Day again, just not having the titles, making
Be
them
more
hungry.
motivating,
Yeah,
more hungry.
again.
Yes,
Definitely, because them talking with Edge and Christian, it's gonna be funny, but I mean, it's not gonna be like must see like a tag team defense.
Oh no, but it'll be funny as hell watching Edge and Christian.
Dude, last time they met up, remember?
Yeah,
when Big E took Christian's kazoo and tried to eat it.
Oh my god,
or harmonic, whatever the hell it was. And just chewed it up like 3 times, and it didn't. Obviously, he's not gonna chew up a goddamn kazoo.
I mean, it's
he
Big
just takes it out and spikes it, and just stares at Christian, like doesn't blink the whole time. No. God damn it, Big E is a champion, just waiting to happen. Like in every aspect, he is a goddamn star.
That whole segment was awesome with the Dudleys and Edge and Christian reuniting, and Seth Rollins was there.
Great.
Like it was great.
Speaking of goddamn star, and I'm real pissed about this. Titus O'Neil.
Yeah,
we didn't get into this. It's probably arguably, like, aside from Daniel Bryan, the biggest thing going on. Such bullshit. Like, complete bullshit on every level. I don't care. I saw Stone Cold try and justify, like, oh, you need to hand out punishment and let these guys know they can't be fooling around. Like, get the fuck out of here,
I think
dude.
he's just saying that because he wants the Mania paycheck.
Get the hell out of here, dude. It's not even on TV. It's on the WWE Network for the first... Well, let's describe what happened for the one of you out there who probably doesn't know about this, listening to the show. Titus O'Neil, Vince McMahon, Steph, and Triple H are walking up through a sea of WWE superstars after Daniel Bryan's retirement. This is on the WWE Network. It's not on TV.
Yep.
And they walk by a place in the crowd where Titus O'Neil's standing clapping. And Vince walks right by him, and you see Titus reach out, and he grabs, like his elbow, like upper arm.
It was for
and
fun,
he, pulls him in. It looks like he's pulling him in.
Like a hug.
For the hug where you both put your hands in the front of your chest and you kind of like chest bump, hug, hybrid, handshake kind of thing.
It's a good description.
It looks like one of those, and Vince doesn't go in for it, and he pulls back and looks at Titus. And,
but it looked like he was laughing.
Steph and Triple H walk up next to him, then he just walks on. Wouldn't think anything of it. It looks like Titus was trying to say hello to the chairman when he walked by. You figure it's a fun moment. Daniel Bryan's retiring. It's supposed to be a celebration. It's not on TV.
Right.
And then he's like, oh, you're suspended for 60 days when he comes in to work the next day.
It's originally 90.
Complete bullshit.
Oh, and he got fined $5,000.
The biggest ego trip I have ever seen in my entire life.
If I had to say one thing, is maybe he should have got a little in trouble, but no suspension.
Yeah, maybe you say, hey, dude, next time there's a camera rolling, I can't have you pulling me in because you're a face and I'm a heel.
Maybe fine him $500.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Something undercover that's not released in the news reports, know? And the other thing, I don't know if you heard about this, Vince was going to fire him.
Yeah.
And Triple H and Joey Mercury had to talk him out of it so he didn't get fired.
Complete shit.
Well, that was ridiculous. I mean, I felt so bad for him. And he's like the John Cena.
Talk about the ego trip of all ego trips for Vince McMahon. Are you kidding me?
That was ridiculous. You can just show he's an old man.
You're not going to let the dude, touch your arm? Are you kidding me? And, I don't want to hear this bullshit. I don't want to even start with this. Oh, it's because he was black. Get the hell out of here. Let's not beat around the bush. Vince McMahon definitely has some racist tendencies. And every human being does. Everyone's a little bit racist. Vince McMahon definitely shows it a little bit more than others. You look at the history of black performers in the WWE. There's been good ones, but overall, Vince McMahon doesn't treat black performers with the same respect that white performers get. However, to say that this was just because Titus is a black guy, complete crap. Doesn't lessen the fact that it was complete crap that Vince McMahon suspended the guy to begin with. Doing Celebrity Dad of the Year. Of all celebrities, Titus O'Neil. I wouldn't even consider him a celebrity if I wasn't a wrestling fan.
Right.
Wins Dad of the Year. He does all this charitable stuff. He's in the news taking homeless people to get meals, going to high school or elementary schools, signing stuff for kids, giving them tickets to WWE events,
ultimate
all
great guy.
Types of stuff.
I remember he bought lunch for a bunch of homeless people once.
Oh yeah, over with the crowd.
People like him.
Yeah, just an overall great superstar.
And you know what?
And you do this.
And you know what this suspension did now? All the Smark fans like us, even if there was a bit of hate for him, everyone likes him now because Vince did this to him.
That is where I was going to lead to this. Do you think this could be a work?
No.
Not at all?
Nope. No chance. No chance in hell.
I just want to.
I don't see it.
I just want to hold onto the belief, and I guess this is like part of just the old school wrestling fan of me, that kayfabe is still somewhat, alive.
Yeah.
And Vince McMahon being the genius, look at what Vince McMahon did with the Attitude Era. I'm just, I gotta hope that maybe he's just ahead of the curve right now, and he's manipulating social media, and he's like, how can I get Titus? Because you gotta remember, leading up to this, Titus O'Neil has been getting a little bit of a push.
Yes.
Maybe he's.
But he did lose that night. If you remember.
No, I don't seriously believe this. I'm just being.
No, I know.
I'm just being the optimist, devil's advocate here, or Jesus's advocate, should I say?
Yes.
Maybe he realized, if I really want to piss people off, I'm Vince McMahon. People really like me for the most part. I got to do something that's going to get people to really hate me, view me as a true authority figure in 2016. I really want Titus to get unanimous support. How do I do that? I make myself look like the biggest asshole and suspend him for 60 days over some bullshit. Yep. And when he comes back, he's going to get spite cheers, even for people who don't even like him. They just hate me for being a racist, whatever. I gotta hope that's the case. I know it's not.
It's not.
But either way, that's going to be the effect.
But this makes WWE look so bad. Even if it is a work, in my opinion, it makes them look like babies.
The whole Alberto Del Rio getting fired over, defending himself from some dude being
another racism situation.
Yeah. So WWE's on thin water with the whole racist crowd.
Yeah, that's not looking good at all, to be honest with you.
But as I was saying, either way, the effect is still the same, and that Titus O'Neil's going to get cheered no matter what when he comes back.
Even though we like Titus, and Titus has supported our Twitter.
Yeah, we're big fans.
Yeah,
of
we
Titus.
are big fans, Titus.
So, hopefully he sees the silver lining in all of this, and he seems like a level-headed guy. The first thing he did was post some Bible psalm, of course, after this.
It's funny. Valentine's Day, he took his sons out, and they went to what's that retired place? Retired old people live? Nursery home. They went to a nursery home, and he delivered chocolates and flowers to all the old people and
I feel
stuff.
like it's not nursery.
No, it's not. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. It's been a long day for me, guys. Sorry. I couldn't think that off the top of my head.
It might be.
I can't think.
Shit.
You can't think off the top of my head right now. But the place where the fact is,
the place where old people go to meet angels.
Whatever,
like that.
There we go. The thing is, Titus O'Neil is a great guy, and it's a shame that this situation had to go like this. Big shame.
Yeah. Who cares? Maybe he'll. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
We care, Titus.
We love you, Titus.
We care. You know what else I care about?
What do you?
AJ goddamn Styles in the WWE.
The Hood Gangster.
The phenomenal one, having a phenomenal
start to the WWE
with Chris Jericho primarily, Y2J, but The Miz has been doing his part.
Miz has been very, very underrated in this feud, and I have
to say,
Miz
has been doing the best work of his career since his championship run, which was horrible, but leading up to it.
Yeah, which wasn't bad. And the match with on SmackDown with Styles and Miz, man. You're pointing. Oh, the one on Raw. I mean, the one on Raw this week, man. Hell of a match.
Yep.
Great story being told.
Miz with Y2J on commentary.
Yeah, man. Just a great story, and making Miz credible again. I love it.
We shit on WWE booking a lot on this show because it's generally awful.
Yes.
However, AJ Styles, good goddamn job with him so far.
Yes.
They're making sure, Cole and the dumbass squad on commentary is putting him over every chance they get. Chris Jericho's talking about how much everything he does hurts and how he's he's a respected competitor. He's beating ex-champions and shit already.
Right. Miz and Jericho.
He's not some, blue chipper rookie who's just in here who has a lot of potential.
I mean,
he's somebody who they want to prove is a legit threat
to the world title.
Right now.
And you can just tell he's beating two former world champions.
Yeah.
And Jericho and Miz.
I would not be surprised to see a Kevin Owens NXT type run for him on the main roster where he immediately is going to go for the title depending on heel or face.
He has to.
Who's holding on to the belt in a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't agree more with that. But Styles, man, doing some great work right now. And I'm looking forward to their match on Sunday, man. That's going to be great. That's one thing I'm looking forward to this Sunday is seeing my boy Styles and Jericho.
Yeah. Fastlane, for the most part, not looking too great.
It looks pretty cool.
Some notable thing, I'm
looking forward
excited
to two
to see
things.
the triple threat, just to see well,
No,
not really excited to see Roman Reigns inevitably win, but for like the 2% chance Dean Ambrose wins, really excited.
1%. But
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, it'll be a good match. But
Either way, before we get into that negativity,
well,
let's
we're gonna get there anyway. So.
Cap off that last part with, for real, great job with AJ Styles.
Oh yeah,
that guy.
The calf crusher. I mean, they're using that. They're selling that. He hasn't been using the Styles Clash lately.
Killing it.
That's just great. When he does that move, it's gonna mean a lot more.
Dude, you know what else? Just fucking killing it.
What's that?
The WWE Network with this global cruiserweight tournament.
Oh man, I knew you were getting there. We had to get there. That is awesome.
Yeah, phenomenal. For real, like that is
huge.
Such a good decision.
Oh god, like dude, they're gonna bring guys from everywhere.
Yeah,
just think who they could bring.
I'm real excited that it's not just like the WWE cruiserweights, because one of the first things Triple H noted for this tournament,
it's what the fans want.
Yeah, it's gonna be guys from all over the world, which means they're gonna be scouting, obviously. Yeah. So we're probably gonna get a couple guys out of this. Yes. That are gonna come to NXT, come and maybe to WWE. They'll stay. Yeah, and it's gonna be different programming. I don't think this is gonna be your typical Raw or SmackDown or Superstars.
This might be like a Lucha Underground, dude.
Wrestling, like a tournament wrestling.
I know. I'm looking forward to this.
Outcomes are obviously going to be pre-scripted.
Well, yeah, but that's how wrestling is.
As with pro WWE sports entertainment.
But I'm looking forward to that, dude.
But yeah, the tournament style that this feels like it's going to have. Oh my god!
I mean, there's some names that like. What if like Rocket? That's his name, right? Prince Puma. Mm-hmm. Maybe him or like freaking Jay Lethal.
Rocket.
Like there's like Jushin Thunder Liger. He's kind of contacted with the WWE. Maybe he comes there. Like there's Zack Sabre Jr.
Murphy of WWE said he's gonna cut weight, try and join down there.
Let's hope not that happens.
Sami Zayn would be a cruiserweight.
Yeah, Tommy.
There's a lot of guys Neville. They have right now that are cruiserweights.
Oh god.
Kalisto, Sin Cara.
Oh man, that's just it gets very. I'm very excited, and that's happening in like mid-July. Yeah. Right after NXT, like at 9:00.
Not exact details, but like the layout of it is it's going to take place, over a 10-week period. Yeah. It'll be at Full Sail University with NXT. It's going to contain 32 wrestlers. As we said, they're going to be from all over around the world, and they haven't really let us know too much more about what's really going to happen with the champion or any of that.
They said they're going to release guys on WWE.com.
Yeah, great booking move for them because I'm
looking forward to it.
Hook, line, and sinker. I'm already just waiting at the click of my mouse.
I'm looking forward to see who's actually going to be in it. Oh, another thing I just wanted to bring. They changed the website for WWE. Looks atrocious, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't been on it. I heard it.
Oh, it looks horrible.
I heard it, though.
Horrible. It's horrendous, dude. I saw it actually today. Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Okay, let's get into what we really wanted to talk about from Raw.
And fully,
we've been getting all around it, but this triple threat. Let's really get into the triple threat here. I'm excited for it, man.
How?
Because there's the chance that Ambrose wins this with him dropping that IC belt. For the most part, me watching WWE for a long time, I knew that him coming into here, him holding on to the belt, he had no chance whatsoever of winning the match because, you're going to go on to fight at Mania. You're not going to have the IC belt doing that. But him dropping the belt frees him up to potentially win if some tomfoolery goes on. Obviously, he's not going to...
that sounds nice.
He's not going to... He's not going to just pin Roman Reigns after hitting a finisher on him. But if some shenanigans happens with Brock Lesnar getting destroyed by the Wyatts and Dean Ambrose capitalizing on a win, we could see a real different story going in the Mania.
Well,
that's the fun about this Fastlane.
That sounds all nice and dandy, but they just want to tell that damn story between Reigns and Triple H. And
of course,
I'm sticking with that.
They've put so much effort into it, and the smart money is on that. But
it's not going to work. But
you've got that attitude going into it. It's definitely not going to work. But
I'm talking about Reigns and Triple H.
Oh, okay, I got
not the triple threat. I'm talking about.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With this Fastlane triple threat, as I said, the smart money is still Roman Reigns to win. But Dean Ambrose losing that IC title makes it much more compelling. This match.
It got me curious, but I just don't see it.
And I mean, how many times have we said?
Oh, this is their moment. Yeah. This is their chance. This is their chance.
There's an obvious thing here where Roman Reigns is going to win, or whoever the hell, John Cena, input whatever douchebag at the moment you want into there. But they almost 90% of the time go with the disappointing option. I'm just saying that 10%. Can you imagine if Ambrose
Well, you'll
walks
see
out.
me jumping around the whole freaking house.
That's why I'm excited for it, man. It's a very small chance, but it's a chance
All right,
nonetheless.
let me ask you a question.
Them freeing up the belt from him, very well, could just be them realizing that fans aren't idiots today. Well, not idiots. Not like fans from back in the day were idiots, but
No, they were smart.
fans are way more informed about how wrestling
Because
goes on
it's
today.
technology today,
Yeah.
you know.
So they know that fans aren't going to believe Ambrose at all if he has the belt. They could have just dropped it off of him just to make it a little bit more believable.
Which
until
I think
Roman
is
Reigns
what it is.
ultimately wins, which most likely is what's going to happen. But as we said before, might not.
They did this last year with Bryan, so I'm not believing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This was a little different though last year.
I just can't believe it. It's just.
We knew that Daniel Bryan wasn't coming back and fighting.
I know.
him
You
last
know what I mean?
year.
I was just being wishful thinking. So.
There's definitely more hope for Ambrose to pull out of this than there was for Bryan to beat Reigns in
all
a
right,
one-on-one.
this is my question though. Then what the hell does Reigns do? Because you have to do something with him. I don't like them, but you have to do something for them.
That's
How you do that?
That's where
Yeah.
no. The reason I'm stalling is because it's going to kill me to say what I'm going to say.
No, God, don't say it. I already know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nope.
wanna finish it?
I'll cancel it for you. I'll cancel the network if that happens, and that's fucking Taker, dude. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll cancel the network if they do that. Dead serious. And it's silence. Yes.
If they
Do that, I'm done.
if they want the WrestleMania moment that they want every year of the crowd going nuts and cheering at the end of Mania where the confetti falls, they have to know that it's not going to happen with Roman Reigns. And as stubborn as they are, at WrestleMania, they pull audibles. If the crowd's really against something,
Well, the last 2 years they've had.
Yeah, they audible at Mania. You got to give that to them. And there is no way in hell they watch their own product and they don't realize there's probably like a 70% chance that Roman Reigns gets booed if he just beats Triple H at Mania.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
They're not going to want that to happen. It's Mania. This isn't like some backshoot.
This is your selling point.
This isn't some backshoot pay-per-view where they can be like, fuck you fans, we're doing whatever we want because NBC and ESPN and all those guys aren't watching this pay-per-view. All our sponsors probably aren't paying too much attention. This is where they're trying to make money, sell their product to everybody.
Try to get people to get the
This is
network.
real fun. Fans are booing Roman Reigns. Not going to look real fun. If Dean Ambrose is out there and he is the triumphant, plucky anti-hero that this story was crafted for.
And
If you
could build the story
if
too.
you were to just take this story, like remove the protagonist, like Roman Reigns from it, and just have all the heels and everything in place, and then you got to pick anybody from the roster to be the anti-hero here, it's Dean Ambrose. And you have the opportunity to do that right here.
And there is
going into Mania.
And there is a story with Ambrose too, because
That's what I'm saying.
he's
been
close to
screwed-
get the title too.
He's been screwed more than Roman Reigns.
Oh,
Roman
absolutely.
Reigns has had the goddamn title at this point.
He lost at the Rumble, remember, to Triple H. Fingertips away to get in the title.
He beat
remember Seth,
himself against Seth twice, essentially.
remember Seth when he was fingertips away at Money
Mm-hmm.
in the Bank? He technically won the title Elimination Chamber. I mean, there's countless times he's been close to winning the title.
And
Countless.
he goes on to
Survivor Series as well.
He goes on to fight Triple H there. That stalls out the Triple H versus Roman Reigns match even longer, which makes when it happens in their minds, it's going to be more anticipated at SummerSlam probably.
Right.
Undertaker's free. They just released 4 guys. Taker might be going out real soon. They want to use his allure to get somebody over. You roll the dice at Roman Reigns here. Taker's that old school wrestler in the company who wants to go out.
I know.
People have said this about him, wrestlers, fans alike, for years. He's an old school wrestler. He wants to do it the way you're supposed to do it. You go out putting the young guy over.
I know.
Who is the young guy in the company right now above all else that Vince McMahon wants to look good?
Kevin Owens? Please?
It's Roman Reigns.
No.
How do you make someone look strong?
No.
Take down Undertaker at Mania. Or even just go against him at Mania.
Just lose to him and I'm canceling the network.
Just saying. It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything's concrete. That's a situation that could happen.
Right.
The likely situation is Roman Reigns just wins a Fastlane and goes on and he has a boring match at WrestleMania where some shenanigans happens.
Yep.
And then they downplay that the fans booed Roman Reigns the whole time.
Yep.
And they'll just go on and do whatever the hell they were
And
going
then
to
I'll
do.
have Reigns and Strowman at Mania 33.
Yeah. That's the more likely situation. Not Not with Strowman, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was a deep three. Sorry.
That was nice my girlfriend.
Yeah, we're also watching an NBA game. It's just multitasking, guys.
That's what the Smark show does, guys.
But for real, the smart move is just let Dean Ambrose win this.
Oh, that'd be nice.
For real, let's look at what happens to both of these guys in each situation. Brock Lesnar's not going to win. Well, no, let's not even talk about that. He's getting beat up by the Wyatts. And yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. So after Brock Lesnar is taken out of the match, whatever goes on beforehand, they're all killing each other. It's just Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Situation number 1. Dean Ambrose goes for his whatever, dirty deeds, misses, gets speared, 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns walks out, challenging Triple H at the Rumble.
They'll do like a stare down, whatever.
What does this do for Roman Reigns? Gets him a lot of heat with a certain group of fans. Gets him a little bit more over with the kids and the women, but he's already over with that group anyway, so, I mean, what the hell?
Which is like...
As I said, the smart fans are just going to hate him.
Yep.
Casual fans, indifferent as usual. They'll cheer him if the majority of people are cheering him. They'll boo him if the majority of people are booing him. Not going to change much for him either way. You're going to have Roman Reigns versus Triple H at Mania, which he'll get booed. Mm-hmm. It's Triple H. He's a legend. He's going to get booed. Even if Triple H is
Triple H? You're saying he's going to get booed?
No, Roman Reigns will get booed.
You said Triple H was getting booed.
I did, but I meant he's going against Triple H. He's going to get booed. Triple H is a legend.
Especially with the signings of NXT.
Yeah, he's a legend, and Smarky fans will cheer him out of spite.
Yes.
So he's getting booed. Then Dean Ambrose is left to, fight for the IC belt that he, tossed aside a month ago. That just makes the belt look weaker because it's an afterthought to Ambrose, and he's only going to fight for it if the other prizes aren't available.
And the other...
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
No.
Other situation.
I don't know.
Ambrose wins.
Oh, but that'd be nice.
What does this do? Sets Ambrose up in
Gets
a
the
nice
ratings
main
up.
event feud. Something completely fresh.
Gets the ratings up.
Even though Reigns, 100%. Even though Reigns has been champ before, and it wasn't for long, but he's been in that championship contention where it already kind of feels a little bit old for him to be like the guy talked about with the belt. Ambrose hasn't held the belt yet. That's fresh face up there, boy. Real baby face to lead the company. He goes against the Authority. You can play that out for a while because he hasn't really had a true Ambrose versus the Authority. It's kind of just been a back burner feud.
Yes.
And that's great for Ambrose. Roman Reigns goes on to fight Undertaker. Roman Reigns goes on to clash with Styles or Sami Zayn or anybody at Mania.
Right.
They have 6 weeks to build a feud with WrestleMania. They can do it.
The one thing I want to mention...
I said WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. The one thing I want to mention... how about that promo with Heyman, dude? Dude, he was getting booed, man.
Heyman was good.
No.
Roman Reigns.
Terrible. He's terrible.
You couldn't believe this. Roman Reigns.
Why did you say that?
Knee slap.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is
terrible.
Just garbage.
He's horrible. Come on, I hate him. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I can't stand the guy at all.
That segment was good because of Heyman, but could you imagine if they slotted anyone out?
You want me to be completely honest with you? I mean, I love Heyman. I just didn't dig it. I wasn't believing anything because it's just he's talking about Reigns and his child and Ambrose. If that was somebody else, I would have liked it. But when Reigns talks for 3 seconds, it looks like it comes off a script. Then he gets his cheap little promo thing. Believe that.
Yeah, it feels
it's lame, dude.
He's the same thing as Brie Bella and Charlotte. It feels very scripted when they're arguing with each other. Yeah, I feel you on that. When I say it was good, I mean
I'm not trashing Heyman.
It has been probably, mic-wise, not actions in the ring, the biggest selling point for this pay-per-view so
obviously.
far. So I gotta say it was good because it did what it was supposed to do and putting this pay-per-view up higher than it was going into it.
Makes sense.
He built the very real thing for Roman Reigns, saying that you're either gonna not have your friend or you're gonna not have the title afterwards. And while he's directing that at Roman Reigns, he's saying that to every guy on the roster. Listen, you got to make some tough choices if you want this main belt. These are the sacrifices you got to make. You're not going to have friends if you want to be the main champion. It's not going to happen. So, not only did he get over the match, but he just built that title back up. And I feel like it's taken a hit recently, the main title. The allure of it being around Triple H's waist.
I don't like that Triple H is not even talking.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It's taken a hit. So, Paul Heyman doing what he can do, what only he can do.
Yes.
Because if anybody else came here and tried this shit, I'd be calling him a jabroni. This is out of respect for Paul Heyman.
Yes.
That, I'm going along with this.
Yeah, well, you love Paul Heyman, so.
So I overall thought it was good. Just keep Roman Reigns out of it. What the hell did he have to come out for?
He got nuclear. The fans were booing him. Like, there was no cheers. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah.
He got booed. Like, that's bad.
Or just not reacted.
Neither one's good. I think. But
when he came out originally, he got a decent pop.
But yeah.
You got to give him that. You got to give him that. He got a decent pop, but again, this is what we said.
It's nothing compared to the other guys.
This is, a short-term analogy for what we said was going to happen with him after that win at TLC. People are going to cheer for him originally with that big pop when he first comes out. Like, people are going to be like, hey, Roman Reigns is here tonight. Let's cheer. But then when they really see his quality of work as the months go on or as the segment goes on,
people starting to realize,
like, what is this garbage? Mm-hmm. This is crap. This guy's
trying to tell you this
not
forever.
as good as the people who came out before him or the people who are going to come out of this curtain after him. He's not talented as most of the people in this company are in the ring outside of like tag team matches. Roman Reigns is a phenomenal tag team wrestler.
Yes.
One of the best in the business.
Absolutely.
I cannot take that away from him. But when you put him in a singles match, almost everybody in the goddamn roster is better than him.
And they didn't.
On the mic,
yeah.
Everybody on the roster is better than him, not named Eva Marie.
I was going to say her, but.
Yeah.
But like another bad thing they did was make him not last that whole Rumble match technically, trying to protect him. You know what I mean? I know we're going on a Reigns tangent here. Sorry, but just they just don't book him good at all. And there's one thing that could help it all. What's that, Mike? Turn him freaking heel. That's all you have to do.
Could happen at Fastlane, man.
No, it's not. God,
good try. Bray Wyatt could be in the midst of devouring Bray Wyatt with his whole clan, and Dean Ambrose is just watching, smiling as Brock Lesnar's getting destroyed, and Roman Reigns grabs those blue jeans, pulls them into a schoolboy roll up, gets the 1, 2, 3, heel turn. Could happen.
Triple H
won't happen.
No.
Could happen.
He needs to be a heel. Could happen. Won't happen. Let's find out this week.
Yeah, that'll be our tagline. Yeah. Could happen. Won't happen.
Can't happen. Won't happen. That's the Smark Show.
It's just depressing, as we say every single week with Roman Reigns. That's why I am holding on to the optimism of a Dean Ambrose.
Another thing I want to say, I think he's worse than last year. That's just my opinion. Promo-wise.
Of course he was. Last year he was Superstar of the Year, Steve. Did you forget?
Shut up. You know what I meant. Steve, of course. Like Steve Amell?
Yeah. Speaking of Superstar of the Year, Braun Strowman. Big push guy for the WWE right now. And I don't hate Braun Strowman. I don't really like that he's the focal point of like all their pushing in the Wyatt family when you have Bray. But I don't hate Braun Strowman. I think he could definitely be something decent in the company.
Yeah, but they got to make it organic.
He doesn't have the athleticism of a Big Show or an Undertaker for a guy his size, and he doesn't have the technical like masterpiece of someone like Kane.
You don't need
but
that.
He's young. He's coming along.
This is my thing.
On the Big Show, on the Stone Cold podcast afterwards with Big Show, he was clearly, the way he was talking about it, it's very clear that he's a priority for them. He says he comes to work, he works hard every single day, he gets better each time he comes out there, he's quick to learn things. So I'm cool with that. I love it when they're trying to build a new guy up,
right.
Especially one who, like him, seems to really deserve it. He's putting his
time.
Yeah, putting his time in, learning backstage, but putting him as the main event of Raw on a go home show to the last pay per view before WrestleMania against the goddamn Big Show. Are you kidding me?
You should have sold Twitter, dude. It was ridiculous.
Are you kidding me?
I turned it off.
All to establish the Titans of WWE.
And they were trying to build it up too, which was lame as hell. Like, who the hell freaking cares?
Cool on them for
trying to
putting the mid card as a focal point on Raw, but like
do something else.
Why not? Why that one? Why don't you switch this with AJ Styles
or freaking the Fatal 5-Way?
Yeah.
Or
even Charlotte versus Brie would have been a better slot here. Like, this is such bad position, and I feel like this would have went over a lot better if it was anywhere else on the card.
Absolutely, I would agree with that.
But to close and then have Big Show have to sprint to Stone Cold's podcast just out of breath.
It just has your head scratching,
Like, did you guys show up here and be like, shit, we got to put a card together? Like, No, this is the last show before pay-per-view. How is this like your plan to put these
It
guys
shows they
last?
don't really. Nah.
It's just how unconnected they are with fans that they think the
People
last
like
thing we
this.
want to see going into a pay-per-view is Kane.
And Big Show stand
Yeah,
tall.
2016.
But the thing I want to mention is about Strowman is, like, I like him too. I like him a lot. But, I don't want him to be forced just like Reigns. He needs to be organic. You can, it's steadily nice push. Not, world title shot. When the hell did you deserve that? When someone like freaking Dolph Ziggler never gets title shots. Why is he not getting title shots?
Yeah, we'll see how my chipper opinion of him sustains as it goes on.
But right now,
I'm very cool with him. But as you were saying,
it could change, man.
If they just start forcing me down a throat, I could turn negative.
And the rumors I've been
very
hearing,
quickly.
he might be getting a title feud. With
the whole
Reigns.
Big Show Stone Cold podcast, just the way they're talking about him, he's definitely going to be a priority moving forward. And I want to keep an open mind because I don't want to hate their priority like I do with Roman Reigns. It's not like I'm like, oh yeah, I hate Roman Reigns. I get such satisfaction out of talking shit on this guy all the time. I wish I didn't hate him. Really wish for once I was on board with who WWE wants to be the champion. Like, I know you were a big John Cena fan for a long time.
Yeah,
so that was probably fun as shit for you to watch wrestling because your favorite guy wins every fucking match. Like, I've never had that except for Taker at Mania.
Or Austin.
Yeah, well, I was also
little.
6.
Yes.
Right. So it doesn't reciprocate as well.
Right.
But
Makes
I'm
sense.
just so tired of hating the guy that they're behind that I really want to give Strowman a chance. But they can't force him on me.
No, you can't. It's got to be organic.
Or the cynical point of me will just hate him out of spite like I do Roman Reigns at this point.
And I have a horrible feeling that could happen.
Very easily could happen. All right, let's wrap this one up. We're getting a little bit over an hour here. I know you said before the show you wanted to get in some of our predictions that we do before each podcast.
We miss you, Nick.
Yeah,
It's not Snick's picks.
You want not Snick's picks. He's not here. You want to read through the card for us?
Yeah, I'll read the card. The matches we got for Fastlane is Wyatt family versus Ryback and Big Show Kane. And one thing I want to say about this time last year, 4 of the 6 competitors were in it from last year's 6-man tag. Remember last year's 6-man?
Yeah.
Ziggler, Rowan, Ryback, and Big Show, Kane, and Rollins.
And I got to correct you. It's not the Wyatt family versus Ryback, Big Show, Kane.
Whatever.
It's the Titans of WWE. It's Michael Cole. So helpfully reminded us 100 times.
Well, I just didn't even know that until you said it.
Yeah.
Then we have a segment, the Cutting Edge Peep Show with the New Day, which is going to be very entertaining, and I hope something happens.
Should be hilarious. Won't do much to get the New Day over, most likely, but it'll be funny as shit.
We also have a tag match, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Team Bad members, Naomi and Tamina. The Divas title, Charlotte versus Brie Bella. This is actually the pre-show match, which I don't get at all. Kalisto versus Del Rio, 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, way to capitalize on all that hype John Cena built for that belt.
Yeah, way to just
on the pre-show.
Shove it down our
months after he drops it. Good job.
Pretty much. And then one of the hype matches I'm looking forward to is Styles versus Jericho, 3. Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler for the IC title. And our main event, Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns.
With the inevitable Bray Wyatt interference.
Right. And the number 1 contendership. So, we'll start with the Wyatts and Big Show and Kane. What do you got there, man?
Titans of WWE, Steve. Michael Cole wanted us to know that their name were the Titans of WWE. And God damn it, you will call them the Titans of WWE.
No, I won't, because
Ryback, Big Show, and Kane.
Oh, one thing I want to say.
When they're separate, are known as Ryback, Big Show, and Kane. You let me finish talking.
Sorry, sir.
When they are together, they are the Titans of WWE.
That Big Show podcast got respect back to. So
good job, Stone Cold.
Yeah, and Big Show kayfabing, trying to drink beer. That was awesome,
dude.
But
when he said kayfabe, before we get into these predictions, we don't have much time left, so we're not gonna go deep into the Stone Cold podcast. Watch it yourself; it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
When he said kayfabe and then put a fucking towel in front of the beer and drank it, I laughed so hard the first time he did that. Like, I had to pause the thing because I was in tears. Like, I was literally crying.
Really?
So I was like, gotta kayfabe this. And just put the towel in front. And, you still see the beer sticking out the back of it.
And the other
show's the man.
The other good thing, he got called cursing, and the guy didn't get it in. You saw him say fuck. It was great.
I'm sure he gets ripped apart, but as he said on the show, he has 2 years left in his career. If it's up to him, he doesn't give a shit.
And then he said he was booked horribly too.
Yeah,
he admitted that. That was very interesting.
Yeah, got real deep. Talked about
his dad
not a real attempted suicide, but he put a gun to his head, an empty gun, pulled the trigger on an empty chamber. Got deep. He was crying when he saw a picture of his dad, and then we're laughing. It's a great podcast.
Yeah,
check it out.
Check it out for sure.
We can't do too much advertising for our rivals.
God damn it, Austin. You got to be on this show, and then we'll get on yours.
He doesn't promote for us.
Yes. But yeah, back to that match. Who do you think's going to win?
It's got to be the Wyatt family. The mindset here is the Wyatt family are going to attack Brock Lesnar, obviously. You want Bray Wyatt and Braun and those guys. Well, mainly, I really feel like Bray Wyatt's him as an afterthought at this point.
I don't think he's going to be at the match.
Almost like he's the Gangrel of the Brood at this point.
Yes.
Not as hardcore because Gangrel had no talent. Bray Wyatt has gobs of it. But Braun Strowman's the focal point here. They want him over as the new big dominant guy. So I think what they're going to do is, as Vince McMahon does, how do you want a guy to look big and strong, beat up big and strong guys? Who's the 3 big and strong guys? Ryback, Kane, Big Show. You beat the shit out of them, so when they have to fight the biggest and strongest guy in Brock Lesnar, they look more credible.
Yes.
Obvious, logical conclusions you can follow.
And I couldn't agree more with that statement. I also have the Wyatts winning this match.
So sorry, Titans of WWE, but you're taking the L here.
And I already made my prediction for the Cutting Edge Peep Show. I think Enzo and Big Cass are making their big debut, and with the hot-ass Carmella. Love you.
I don't know about any of that. I'm just going to predict that it'll be funny as shit.
Enzo and Cass. Can't wait. Sasha and Becky Lynch versus Naomi and Tamina. I think it has to be.
There's absolutely no way in hell Team Bad wins.
It's got to be Sasha and Becky. You got to make them look strong for Mania because the rumors for the triple threat match for Charlotte.
Yep, 100%.
So the next match, Charlotte and Brie for the Divas title. It's got to be Charlotte.
Brie's not taking the belt.
And if it does,
to retire.
If it does, I'll flip out.
Yeah. That's the kind of dumb shit they do.
Yes,
though.
and they do.
She's going out, so when she retires, somebody could take the belt on. No, please. God, no. God, no. If I have to listen to Brie Bella attempt to form thoughts with a microphone in front of her, that's just going to be awful. Like, don't let it happen.
So far, we're 3 for 3 for picks. So, I mean, seems like a predictable show. So
yeah.
All right, next match.
Like 100% Wyatt wins, 100% Sasha and Becky Lynch, and 100% Charlotte wins.
All right.
Well, I can't say that. Like 90%, because WWE
likes to do
loves
that
its
shit.
malarkey.
Next match, the pre-show kickoff, Kalisto and Del Rio 2 out of 3 falls, which could be actually an okay match.
Yeah, definitely one.
Story is not great, though, but it's going to be a good match.
It's going to be one that not as predictable as the others because this belt's just kind of like a flip-flop belt at this point.
Yep.
I'm going to say Kalisto gets the edge just because I got to hope that they do some decent booking and let a champion keep his belt for a little bit. So Kalisto gets the pick for me, but I'm not going to be like shocked if they're dumb and put the belt back on boring ass Del Rio again.
And I'm actually going to go opposite here. I'm going to pick Alberto Del Rio for this title win.
Did you say Alberto with a slight accent?
Yes,
Did you mean to do that?
No, not at all.
I like it though. Should say it like that each time.
Well, I can't do it now. Alberto Del Rio. But yeah, I think he's going to win the title back. They're going to be some ladder match at Mania. That's going to be the ladder match, just like the IC title was last year. They had seen
Kalisto and them ladders. I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
He performed last time.
One of the more matches I'm looking forward to, AJ Styles and Chris Jericho.
Styles.
He needs to win this
Fandango
match.
beats Chris Jericho at WrestleMania season. Yeah.
AJ
freaking
Styles.
Better. Yeah.
And he better hit the Styles Clash on him, too. That's going to be a great match.
I don't want this to be any Bray Wyatt bullshit where these two go 1-on-1 at pay-per-views against each other. Like, let AJ Styles clean
This might be the end of the feud.
Which he will, yeah.
This might be the end, honestly, because they've already had 2 matches.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick AJ as well. IC title match, Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler, which they've had a nice feud so far.
Yeah. What they've been doing, obviously, is having Ziggler pick up the win so he looks credible going against Owens.
Yes.
In this match, Owens gets the win here.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I would pick Owens,
No way
too.
Ziggler wins.
And
it'll be a great match, though.
Oh, that'll be a good match, too. And our main event, we got Brock Lesnar, we got Dean Ambrose, and we got Roman Reigns fighting for the WWE World Heavyweight title. Not for the title, damn it, for Triple H's title main event match.
Pretty much for the title because Triple H is holding it past Mania.
And who's your pick, Mike?
Well, obviously, a little bit over 50% through the match, Brock Lesnar gets taken out by the impending Wyatt family. Not sure how they do it, but he'll be eliminated from the match some way.
It could be like the end, too.
Yeah, some way he'll be eliminated by the Wyatts or Bray himself.
Because that's what happened with Cena Elimination Chamber 2 years ago.
So we're left with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. And
do you think Triple H gets involved?
No. The WWE bookers tease Dean Ambrose gets a W, and then Roman Reigns spears him and wins. They're going to be like, we know what the fans want. We're going to tease it. It's going to get a huge pop. But we're stupid because then what we do afterwards, when we're trying to build a face, he's going to get booed because it's not what the fans clearly wanted. That's what's going to happen. Roman Reigns will spear him. It'll be a 50% cheer, 50% boo. He'll get cheers because it's the end of the pay-per-view.
I don't know.
He's going to get booed because people are going to be like, this is bullshit.
Whose hometown is it they're in? It's in Columbus, Ohio.
I thought it was in Cleveland.
Well, it's in Ohio. It's close enough.
Wasn't it in Cleveland? No, maybe Raw was in Cleveland this week.
Yeah, it's in Columbus. That's where they're having it.
Could be.
That's Ambrose's hometown.
That's why I said. Well, that's what I'm saying. With him dropping the IC belt, like things are lining up logically for Dean Ambrose to win this match. However, WWE, in more circumstances than not, does not operate with logic.
Right.
That's a fair statement to say. It's not like hating on WWE or anything. They do not do what the clear, smart option is most of the time.
Have Kevin Owens win all 3 matches against Cena.
Oh, the smart option to some people isn't the smart option to others. You shut the fuck up. You know what we're talking about. Like, there's things that would make people happy that they just don't do consistently. This is one of those times where it's like, okay, there's no gray area. People want Dean Ambrose to win. 90% people would probably say I want Ambrose to win. 10 would say Roman Reigns.
I mean, I've been doing polls on Twitter, man, and no one wants Reigns to win this. No one wants Reigns and Triple H.
That Roman Reigns won't get like some cheers if he wins because people will cheer no matter what. But if given the option, which we have at this point, because Roman Reigns hasn't won the match yet, people want Dean, but they won't do it.
No, and the crazy thing is, remember when Reigns got eliminated in Rumble? And Ambrose just got that mega pop, and they're doing the Let's Go Ambrose.
Yeah.
Reigns has never gotten that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my pick.
He got cheered 2 nights, and now he's going to get another Mania push.
Bullshit. Okay, it's Reigns for me. So, I did this for Survivor Series, so I have no expectations. It's Reigns. Yeah. And you know what? It's going to be a pretty good match, too, which sucks.
Yeah.
I just hate predictability. That's the one thing I hate. And I understand it's wrestling. A lot of stuff can be predictable, but the kind of matches. Remember when Seth fought Dean at SummerSlam?
Yeah,
that was not predictable because you didn't know who was going to win. I was looking forward to that. That was a great feud, by the way.
That's why I'm a little bit more excited than this than ever because as we keep saying, there's a more chance than usual that the upset happens and what fans actually want to happen will happen.
Well, they'll get
probably still won't happen. When I say it can happen, it's still not probable, but it could.
If Ambrose wins or it's a tie or whatever if they do, that's getting viewers, man. That's going to get ratings if Ambrose is involved with this situation,
Yeah.
It really is.
All right, that'll pretty much do it for us this week. You have any closing thoughts you want to get out there that we didn't talk about?
No, I mean, I think we got it all out. I mean, we got a lot of wrestling topics for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, sorry for the miss last week, but...
Yeah,
Can't fight disease immediately. My immune system's not that tough.
If those Liger attacks win,
they'll hurt you. I do not get sick often, so...
Yeah, so that is rare.
Shouldn't happen too frequently.
Yes.
And my pretty cool news happened on the home front back here. My brother's getting a studio. Resilient Studios is the name of his company. He's getting a studio built in the city by us in Philly. So we will have a real studio to record out in a couple months. Yeah. Real excited about that. Maybe do some videos so you can see our very handsome faces.
Ooh, I got a shave.
Steve's got a nice 12 o'clock shadow going on here. It's pretty grisly. But yeah, that'll do it for the Smark Show episode 26. You can like us on Facebook. You can like us on YouTube. Subscribe, follow.
Make sure to subscribe. And the more important, I would like to. Do you guys want to comment on what you guys think about wrestling? What do you guys think about Fastlane or anything in wrestling terms? What we talked about today, your favorite Daniel Bryan move, whatever. Just get back to us.
Send us in some questions. We could
feedback is what we want to.
Read out on air. But yeah, so give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to us on YouTube. The Smart Show. It's the channel that this will be uploaded on. Go to our Facebook page, the Smart Show Facebook. We got a Tumblr. thesmarkshow.tumblr.com, our Twitter, The Smark Show.
Where I'm very active.
Yeah, Steve's always posting on there. Got a couple hundred people following us.
Yeah, thank you to the 160 followers that we have currently on there.
You got that number
yeah.
locked.
Oh, yes, I do. I've been working on I want 200 by the end of the month. We're working on it. It's a process, like the Sixers.
It's gonna keep going. Trust the process.
Trust the process, exactly.
Trust the Smark show.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. John Wall's filthy. Watching basketball.
Sorry, go on topic.
That's a good time to close it. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
And we will see you next week for the post Fastlane show. Going into Mania, guys.
Hopefully our boy Dean wins, guys.
Fuck off, Reigns.
Fingers crossed.